All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your AEW Collision Review for July 22nd, 2023. I thought it was a solid show tonight, better than last week. Last week was just matches. There were more segments this week. And it's pretty clear all the stuff that happened from last week. Some of you guys think Ricky Stark, so he cheated just to win against the CM Punk and Owen Hart match, just to win the Owen Hart title or whatever. But after last night, it's pretty clear that he's a heel now. And he did the same thing again last night to win the match. So looks like it's gonna be Ricky Starks feuding with CM Punk, maybe a few weeks or probably till All In or All Out, whichever pay-per-view they're gonna do this match at. And then you had Billy Gunn. He might be retiring, so we'll see what happens with that. The main event was solid, and you had what was it? Jay White and Juice Robinson. They beat Andretti and Martin or whatever. Just a random match. Not much there. Yeah, so I thought it was a solid show last night. AEW Collision. All right, let's get to it. So show starts off with Tony Schiavone in the ring. He brings out Ricky Starks, and then he gets onto the turnbuckle or whatever, and the pyros is going on forever and ever. I thought the pyro was gonna go on for like 2 hours. This thing wouldn't even stop. It went on forever. Then he got in the ring. Tony Schiavone asked him about cheating against CM Punk, and the crowd starts chanting, "You deserve it." And then Stark says, "I've never agreed more in my life with the city tonight." Says, "Before I address what you're saying, Tony," and then like, "Oh, I know what you're thinking. What's in the bag?" He had like a big what was it? Gucci or Prada? I forgot which product the bag was from. And then he says, "Nothing. I just wanted to show it off after winning the tournament." Nothing in the bag, and says, "I know everybody is talking about the controversy." He says he's got a question. Says, "What does it matter? 20 years, they're gonna ask how many, not how I did it. If anybody was in my shoes, they would have done the same thing. I got the job done. The only way I know how. That's by any means necessary. Don't talk to me about what's right and wrong. My fans say, Ricky, you should be a pillar." Says, "I don't want to be no damn pillar. I stand on my own. Tell me how many Owens has those four pillars won." That was a good shot at the four pillars. And then CM Punk comes out, no music. I think that happened before, a couple of weeks ago. Came out with no music. And CM Punk says, "I'm not here to rain on your parade. You and everybody here thought I would be mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm mad at myself." He says he's proud of Ricky. He says, "I cannot stand here, an honest man, and say that I've never cheated anything in my life. Because I can't stand here in New Jersey and pretend like they haven't cheated anything in their life. Maybe if the Devils had cheated, they would have made it out the first round. Didn't they made it past the first round, didn't they? They beat the Rangers. Oh, stupid. You didn't know that. Yeah, why would he say that? Just go back and look at it. They won against the Rangers in the first round. He says, "I can live with the loss." He asks Ricky, "Can you live with the win? Knowing how you did it, knowing how you can't beat CM Punk without cheating." And then CM Punk starts leaving. He's pretty much on the ramp or whatever. And then Ricky Stark says, "Oh, where are you going, man? My bag," he says, "my bag is as empty as that little red bag you've been carrying around." Remember that red bag that he had his first week back, first show back, but he didn't show what was in the bag. And then so CM Punk's on the ramp. He makes his way back into the ring. CM Punk says, "You want a shot at what's in the bag, Ricky? Or are you like Little Max and you don't want me to have it? I am the real world champion." He got on his face when he said this. And then Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out. Oh no, I don't remember that setup. Then Christian Cage, yeah. So Cage and Luchasaurus come out. Christian Cage says we are contractually obligated to appear here tonight. This is taking too long. I don't want to spend any more time in New Jersey than I have to. You're called Dirty Jersey for a reason. Sweat hogs. And so shut up while I conduct business. And then he says, Punk, I got a question for you. What what kind of man carries around a championship he didn't win? I was trying to chat you. He's like, I think I know the answer. And then crowd starts starts cheering or whatever. It's Darby Allin. Darby Allin. He like walks. He's walking on the ramp behind Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, and he just grabs the mic out of Christian Cage's hand and he goes to the ring. And then Darby says he hates the term pillars. Anybody who is ride or die with this company is a pillar in my eyes. Like my good friend CM Punk. And then he put his arms around CM Punk, and then he says to Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, who's the TNT champion? Is it you, Christian, or is it you, Luchasaurus? It doesn't matter because at all out, I'm gonna be the new face of TNT. And then he says to Luchasaurus, all I see is a guy who took too many psychedelics and thinks he's a dinosaur now. He says, I got an idea. Let's make a match. Me and Punk versus Ricky Starks and Christian Cage. And then he says to Christian, "Oh, why don't you be in the tag match?" And then Tony Schiavone's like, "Oh, I'm getting breaking news. Tony Khan just made that official or whatever." So it's gonna be Punk and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks and Christian Cage in the main event. That was it for that. We got a segment from earlier in the day and backstage somewhere in the arena. It's Andrade. He was being escorted out of the building. The security told him after last week, management doesn't want you in the building tonight. And then Andrade told he told the security something like they steal my mask, they steal everything. So yeah, so security escorted him out of the building. Next up, we got Jay White and Juice Robinson. They defeated Andretti and Darius. Jay White hit the sister Abigail for the win. And then yeah, so it's just kind of random. Didn't really care about this. No feud set up with this or anything. All right, next up we got Miro. He pretty much squashes a jobber. Win this match. It was like a few minutes, but the guy attacked him during Miro's entrance, and he still lost or whatever. The guy he faced. So let me just talk about Miro here. So he's pretty much being booked the same way that he's booked on Rampage and Dynamite. It's the same thing. Every time it says in action, he squashes a jobber. And then when he doesn't have a match, he's got a pre-taped vignette or segment in the back, like standing in front of some orange light or orange candle or something. Just got to get this guy in a feud, man. So I can start doing something with this guy. Same thing every week. Get a feud going with him. All right, next up we got what was it? Oh yeah, so House of Black versus the Acclaimed. It was a quick match. House of Black defeated the Acclaim. I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes. And the Acclaim got attacked during their rap or whatever. I think it's the first time ever. Beat them up during the rap. And after the match, Malachi Black here in the photo, he says something to Billy, just whispers something to him, and nobody knows what he said. And then Brody King, he left with Malachi Black, and then Buddy Matthews, he says something to Billy Gunn. Don't know what he said. He whispered to him, and then Billy Gunn started taking off his shoes. Photo. Oh, arrows minimized. Oh, whatever. Let's leave it on this one. Yeah. So he starts taking off his shoes. The crowd starts chanting, "You still got it," whatever. And then this guy took forever to. The same thing with the Ricky Starks pyro. He took forever to take his shoes off. The wrestling boot has like 10 to 15 laces or something. And then he leaves his shoes in the ring. And he just walks past the Acclaim. Doesn't want to hear it from them. Yeah, shoes in the ring. FTR. All right. So next up's FTR. Or let me talk about the Acclaim real quick. They just don't have anything going either. The no feud, so they lost to the House of Black again. I think it's the second time now. Maybe they should get the tag titles back against FTR after FTR is done with MJF or Adam Cole because they're not doing anything right now, just rapping and stuff. Everybody likes them, but yeah, they're not doing anything either, just like Miro. So yeah. All right. So next up, we got FTR in the ring with Tony Schiavone. He asked him about their match next week versus MJF and Adam Cole for the tag titles. Josh Wheeler says the Acclaimed, the Young Bucks, all real tag teams that we have unfinished business with. Says next week we have MJF and Adam Cole. And he says, you guys like them now, right? And then he tells, talking to Adam Cole here, he's like, do you trust MJF, Adam? Do you trust Max? Because I don't. And then he says, from firsthand experience, does anyone remember the Pinnacle? I saw every day the type of person that Max really is. And as a wise man once said, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making you think he doesn't exist, and he's doing it again. When this man shows you exactly what he is, listen to him. Don't trust him. You are not going to beat FTR, baby. And then Dax Harwood, he gets onto the mic. He tells a story about when he was 14, maybe 15 years old. His dad made him get a job every day, or his dad made him get a job, and then every day after school, there was this group of kids, overprivileged. Their parents would give them money and stuff, and they made fun of him because he had to get a job. And then he says he made a promise to himself: if I ever see those kids, I would punch him in the nose. And he says he never got that chance. He says that scenario reminds me of what we're going through right now. Feels like MJF and Adam Cole taking this tag team championship match as a joke. He's like, it's a comedy skits. They had the workout thing. They played Fight Forever together, and then this past week they were in the restaurant or whatever, eating spicy food. And then he says they took a dance break in the middle of a match. And then he says, for 10 years, I've torn my muscles. And he was like listing all the muscles that he's injured and stuff. He says, next week, there won't be any dance break or comedy skits. I'm going to take out on you what I should have done on those kids. He says, top guy is out. So for this match next week, I think FTR is going to win. I think MJF's going to turn on Adam Cole, and you got to start building up that match again between MJF and Adam Cole. It's probably going to be at All In. And then FTR, we'll see who they feud with after they beat MJF and Adam Cole. Just can't trust MJF, man. Can't. He's just full of crap, man. You can't trust him. All right. Next up, we got Fire Valkyrie. She defeats Sky Blue, and then after the match, she called out Britt Baker, and she wants to challenge her to a match or something. If they're having a match next week or whatever. All right, let's get to the main event. Christian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and CM Punk. Cage and Starks, they both don't want to start the match. They're like arguing to each other or whatever. Oh, you start the match. No, you start the match. And then all this is going down. The ref is counting. He's at like 8 or 9. And then he gets to 9. And then Ricky Starks eventually gets in the match. Darby and Punk isolate Cage into the corner on their side. And they're just like working on his arm and like tagging each other out and stuff. They did like 4 or 5 times. competitive there. And then CM Punk hit Ricky Starks with a suplex for a 2 count. And then Punk and Darby hit Ricky Starks with a double clothesline. The crowd starts chanting double clothesline. And yeah, that sent Ricky Starks to the outside, a double clothesline. And then Christian Cage hit CM Punk with a drop kick through the ropes to the outside. And then they show in the arena, and it was a Sky. He was sitting in a skybox, Scorpio Sky. He's sitting somewhere in the arena watching the match. I guess he's gonna go after the TNT title. I'm guessing because you can't go after Starks or Punk because they're feuding with each other. And then Darby's facing Luchasaurus at All Out for the TNT title, so they'll probably lose. Scorpio Sky's probably gonna end up losing to Luchasaurus probably in a few weeks, couple of weeks maybe. We'll see when he gets a title shot. And then yeah, so Scorpio Sky's in the arena watching the match. Darby hit Ricky Starks with a suicide dive, and then he goes to hit Christian. I think he moved out the way. They didn't camera good enough, and it ended up he went into Luchasaurus instead, and Luchasaurus just stood there like a brick wall and shit. And then Christian Cage hit Darby Allin, or he threw him into the bottom of the announce table. I don't think I've ever seen an announce table where you could throw the guy into it, and he like went into it. There was like a part set up at the bottom of the announce table. He just chucked him in the bottom of the announce table, and then Starks hit Darby Allin with snake eyes and a clothesline for a near fall, and then Darby tagged in Punk, a clean house, got the hot tag. Then he hit running knee on both guys, I think like 2 or 3 times in each corner. Then he hit a bulldog and clothesline combo on both guys. CM Punk hit a elbow drop from the top rope for a 2 count. And then Starks hit a spear in midair. Dope. But he got him. He hit it. He didn't get it clean. He got him like in the leg or like the thigh or whatever. So he didn't get it all in the midsection. He got a near fall with that. And then Darby hit Ricky Starks with the reverse DDT from the top rope. Christian Cage broke up the pin. And then CM Punk hit Christian Cage on the outside with the GTS. And while this is going on, Luchasaurus, he basically tripped Darby Allin on the top rope. He was about to do, I think, the coffin drop or something off the top rope. And then this gave Ricky Starks the upper hand. And then Darby pinned he pinned Ricky, got like a 2 count. Starks reversed into another pin. And then after referee got to 2, Ricky Starks couldn't help himself. So he grabbed the rope and he cheated again to get the 3 count. That's 2 weeks in a row now. Ricky Starks has cheated. Just can't help himself, man. Doing the old Eddie Guerrero rules. I lie, I cheat, I steal. He's doing the cheat part right now. Probably maybe start doing the lying and stealing. The lying and stealing. So yeah, so Ricky Starks cheats again. He grabs the ropes. So we're gonna continue this Ricky Starks CM Punk feud, and then yeah. So I think so Ricky Starks, yeah, he's good on the mic. He can go in the ring. Yeah, why not push a young guy or whatever? I think he could turn into a big star. But the thing is, he doesn't have to win the feud. They could do like a maybe Starks versus Punk like on a random collision, and then it's like 1-1 going into All Out or All In, whenever the match is, to do a third match. Or they could do it the other way, where Punk gets the win back, and then they have a third match, and then Ricky Starks he wins the feud or whatever. So yeah, Ricky Starks should be winning the feud, and then we'll see who he feuds with after. But yeah, Ricky Starks should win this feud, whether it's 2-0 or 2-1 against Punk. It looks like he's like the main guy on Collision right now that they're building. So yeah. They didn't advertise anything for next week for Ricky Starks or CM Punk, so they'll probably have another segment. So we'll see what happens with that. And next week, oh, I forgot to get the next week's card. Hold on. Back to it. Yeah, next week. Oh yeah, zoom in for the pictures. Stupidest thing. Okay, so yeah, here's next week's card. Got the main event, FTR versus MGF and Adam Cole for the tag titles. You got a trios match. It's just another random match. El Higo del Vikingo, Action Andretti and Darius Martin versus Bullet Club Gold's Juice Robinson and the Guns. And then we got a ladder match, Andrade versus Buddy Matthews. This is for Andre Idolo's mask or whatever. So he can get his mask back finally and end this dumb feud. At first, they said it was a regular one-on-one match, and then during the main event last night, they said, we got breaking news. It's a ladder match." So they changed the stipulation of the match right in the spot. So yeah, Andrade should win that. I think that'll be match of the night next week. Should be. It's a ladder match. Gonna destroy each other. So yeah. That was pretty much it for Collision. I covered everything I wanted to. Yeah, so yeah, next week should be a good card. Good show. See ya.